Shalom Aleichem everyone and welcome to Yahrzeit Yomi. Yud Menachem Av is the Yahrzeit of the last Rodomsk Rebbe, Rav Shlomo Chanoch Rabinowicz, Zatzal Hashem Yimkom Damai. He was murdered by the Nazis in the Warsaw Ghetto in 1942. The Rodomsk Rebbe was a dynamic and charismatic leader. Thousands of Hasidim would attend his court on Shabbos and Yom Tovim. The Rebbe was also extremely independently wealthy, one of the top 10 millionaires of Poland at that time. He owned a glass factory and houses in Berlin, Warsaw, and Sosnowitz, and he reestablished his court in Sosnowitz after World War I. The Rebbe also amassed a huge personal collection of old manuscripts and prints that was said to be the second largest private library in all of Poland after the one of the Ger Rebbe Zatzal. From the manner in which the Rebbe lived in his small apartment, one would not be aware of his magnificent wealth, which was used elsewhere as follows. World War I uprooted hundreds of thousands of Jews and decimated established communities. Traditionally, the Hasidic youth would learn Torah in the Shtiblach of Poland and Galicia. Now the Rodomsk Rebbe proposed a new method of Hasidic education. On Lag B'Omer of 1926, he announced his plan to establish a network of yeshivas called Keser Torah. And soon after, 8 yeshivas were opened in Bedzin, Podgorj, Shrasnau, Volbrum, Ostrasim, Czechoslovakia, Lodz, and Krakow. Though Hasidic in nature, the yeshivas did not promote Radomsker Hasidus, nor did they staff only Radomsker Hasidim. Each yeshiva had its own yeshiva and studied its own Masechta, and later all the yeshivas studied the same Masechta. The Rebbe paid for the entire operation, including staff salaries, food, and student lodging, out of his own pocket. At the same time, the Rebbe established Kibbutz Gavoya in the city of Sosnowitz exclusively for high-level students and Avreichim, and appointed his son-in-law Rav David Moshe, a brilliant Torah scholar, as Rosh Hashiva. David Moshe also served as Rosh Hashiva of the entire Keser Torah network, monitoring students' progress and delivering shiurim. By 1930, 9 yeshivas and the kibbutz were functioning. Over the following decade, more yeshivas were added, and on the eve of World War II, there were 36 Keser Torah yeshivas enrolling over 4,000 students in Poland. The yeshivas were disbanded after the German invasion of Poland in 1939, and most of the Talmidim were unfortunately murdered in the Holocaust. On the eve of World War II, Rodomsk was the third largest Hasidic dynasty in Poland, second to Ger and Alexander. In Krakow, there were more Rodomsker Shtiblach than Ger. Following the German invasion of Poland, the Keser Torah yeshivas disbanded. When the war broke out, the Rebbe was in Lodz and escaped to the nearby town of Alexander. His Hasidim completed arrangements to send him to Italy by mid-1940, but he refused, saying that he wants to be with all the other Yidden. Unfortunately, he was caught by the Nazis and was sent with his family to the Warsaw Ghetto. His son-in-law, Rav David Moshe, was also incarcerated in the Warsaw Ghetto, where he continued to deliver shiurim to Keser Torah students. When the Nazis stormed the Rebbe's house with the intention of deporting its residents to the Chelmno extermination camp, the Rebbe wouldn't leave. He stayed by his sefer in his armchair and said, "I know that you come to kill me, and I prefer to die here in my house and not in a car filled with poison gas." The Nazi soldiers were not really accustomed to such a response, and they didn't know what to do. When the bestial commandment arrived, he shouted that they shoot them. The Rebbe then recited Shema Yisrael and was shot in the head when he reached the word Echad. The same fate was reached for his family members. They are buried in a special grave in the Warsaw's main Jewish cemetery, so this may have been the Rebbe's thought when he said that when he refused to leave, because he was Zeicha to Kavura. With the Rebbe's passing, the father-to-son lineage of Rodomsk Rebbers came to an end. Yehi Zichra Baruch, Zechusa Yagan Aleinu.